Chapter 7 Sri Sadguru said, the Supreme Absolute Being, devoid of attributes and form, immortal and eternal, the never loosening its grip over the dear ones and the embodiment of eternal truth and wisdom, is the root cause of all existence. The Absolute Being, wielding absolute power, is deemed as the Supreme Soul. Prakriti, internal nature, endowed with three modes, sattva, rajas, and tamas, is the divine power of the Supreme Being which exists as Maya, divine illusion. The Supreme Being which wears the upadhi is called Jiva. It is seen as the eternal ethereal sky is seen inside pots as reflected image. Prakriti and Jiva are one and the same as Lord Vasudeva, that is, they are integral parts of Lord Vasudeva. Hence, there remains only monism or Advaita. There are not many different existences. The Jiva becomes liberated from all worldly bonds when he obtains true wisdom of his form and when the delusion of his mind regarding dual existence is destroyed. Knowledge of this concealed truth is the real device for achieving liberation. Unflinching devotion to Lord Vasudeva is the tool for obtaining such divine wisdom. Performing all rituals of Shrauta and Smarta codes systematically and offering the fruits thereof to Lord Vasudeva will lead to attainment of intense devotion. Thus, propounding a Siddhanta, a line of thinking approved by all the Shastras, Sri Shankara imparted that to his disciples. Sri Shankara, the spiritual master, blessed Sri Totakacharya, his disciple, with a glance of his eyes and turned him into an all-knowing scholar. Out of compassion, Sri Shankara went to Mandala Mishra. He taught the latter, who was steeped in ritualistic worship, the inner import of the great tattva of God. Sri Shankara took Hastamalaka, the innate jnani, firmly established in the extraworldly consciousness, the Turiya state of existence, to his side even at an early age. Sri Shankara visited various parts of the country, accompanied by Sri Padmapada, the great devotee of Lord Hari, and thousands of other disciples. Making a victorious tour of the land, being worshipped by all kings, he vanished all the infidels and those opposed to Vedic religion and rescued all who followed the Vedic path. Sri Shankara made a victorious tour of the country, spreading his principles and demolishing the irreligious and Pashandis, just as a lion smashes the heads of elephants coming its way. Some diabolical Kapalikas were desirous of slaying the Acharya, and hence they approached him to make him offer his body to Sri Rudra. The Kapalikas said, "Is it not true that you have no attachment to this perishable body? For you know very well that Atma, the soul, is immortal and the physical body is mortal. Hence, O Shankara, please make this body an offering to Sri Rudra. We long to obtain some great magical powers by making a human sacrifice to Sri Rudra." Sri Shankara replied, "Let it be so. When I, knowing the Atma, become oblivious of this physical body, which is the home of all sorrows, and get deeply rooted in the Samadhi state, then you can make an offering of my body to Lord Shiva. What joy is there for me in this physical body? In reality, I am existing as Supreme Soul that is immortal and all-pervading." Sri Sadguru continued, having spoken thus, the Jagat Guru, the universal preceptor, concentrated on the truth. I am the Supreme Soul. Deeply immersed in meditation, he reached the Samadhi state and then the Turiya state and became oblivious of the three worlds and totally unconscious of his physical existence. At that time, the wicked Kapalikas approached Sri Shankara with their lips quivering in anger and with all excitement, holding the sword to kill him. That very moment, Bhagavan Sri Narasimha, Lord Vishnu in the human form, with the head of a lion, the slayer of the wicked and the protector of his devotees, entered into the body of Sri Padmapada. He had once tore to pieces the demon Hiranyakasipu, impelled by his love for Prahlada. He killed the wicked now too, just like Garuda tears a snake into pieces. Astounded, all the disciples ran towards Sri Shankara. Shankara regained consciousness and prayed to Lord Purushottama. Thus, an offense committed against the sadhus who have become one with Lord Krishna and who look at all with an even eye certainly recoils soon on the offender. Thus, an offense committed against the sadhus who have become one with Lord Krishna and who look at all with an even eye certainly recoils soon on the offender. Thus, the compassionate Sri Shankara wandered in this world, establishing the Vedic religion and defeating those opposed to it. Then Sri Shankaracharya, the noted yogi, reached Mount Kailasha, and there he dissolved into the eternal self and vanished. He who reads the blessed life story of Mahatma Sri Shankara obtains all the great accomplishments of dharma, artha, kama, and moksha, righteousness, wealth, pleasure, and liberation. He will gain intense devotion to Lord Achyuta and detachment from sense pleasures. He will obtain transcendental wisdom and finally get everlasting salvation. This ends chapter 7, entitled Sri Shankara Vijayam 6 of Book 1 of Sri Vaishnava Samhita, composed by Shri Krishna Premi Swamigal.